Hi guys, Larry Hankins here. Wow, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me now after that. I'm Larry Hankins. You obviously know that shit. You're probably wondering what the hell is this Larry Arts podcast? You're somehow watching. I don't know why you dared even looking at it, but yeah, you're watching it now apparently. Well, not watching it, you're hearing it. I don't know how to talk, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you're probably wondering what this is. I thought about this last month, or yeah, somewhere last month. I think it was during my trip to Disney World. That I don't update. I don't like updating a lot, like giving you updates, because then that just means oh god, just the video, and then he's talking about other videos, and then blah blah blah. Come on now, just show us the videos, please. And then I'll say, thank you, Mr. Christopher Walken. I don't know why you're watching me, but whatever. But, yeah, I don't like doing update videos because most of the time when I do say an update, it's about a video being delayed or something. So if you've noticed, I rarely have done updates. Uh, like, one update that just pained me to do was just the update of, like, not Wreck-It Ralph, the Wrath of the Wreckers, and also, the Secret Transformers movie. I'll talk about those during this, but, those pained me whenever I did those updates, because those things were actually pretty cool, and I actually had most everything done for it. There was going to be an update about what happened to the Secret Transformers show Christmas special, but once again, I don't like doing updates because they always feel like I've ruined something. Hold up. My cat is just roaming my room looking for things to mess up. Uh, Also, I just gotta add this. Now that I'm 18 years old, I kind of find it that I am able to say whatever I'd like, whenever the hell I would like to say it. Uh, some viewer discretion advised. If I say the F word, then it's gonna happen. I still don't want to say the C word, but the F word probably I will throw in sometimes. I would like to have guests for this podcast, but saying that I just created this today, well, recorded this today. The date is April 6th, and I'm hoping to put this out on the 12th. I'm thinking because I'll be at prom on that day, and I don't want. I don't like something. Can you even hear me say that? I say a lot, and I notice as soon as I say on the Audacity, it's just like this humongous explosion. Okay. So I'll just tell you some updates right now. What happened to the Secret Transformers Christmas special? I had everything filmed. I had all my guests. My voices weren't ever recorded. By the time I was ready to record them, every time I was either forced to do something or I got sick. Like, literally, there was this day where I was forced to clean my room right when I was about to go and record. And, well, now that room's clean, but I feel, I didn't get to be able to do the special, so there's that. One day I'm like, alright, I'm not doing this, I'm going to record. As soon as I did it, it was like, autopots! Ow! So, that happened, and there's an explosion on Audacity right now. So that happened. Once again, I still have all the guests. I still have all the footage for it. My voices aren't done. So I'm gonna save it for, I might save it for Christmas. This Christmas. Probably not, because, when I get to the Secret Transformer movie update, actually I'll just get right to it now. What about that movie? A lot of people have been wondering, because I explained well why I delayed it last year. It was because the computer I was working with doesn't want to work anymore. Which is funny because the computer I'm recording this on is that computer now. It works. At Christmas, I got this sent in. I got it sent in to be repaired. It fixed its screen. The charger is still broken as shit, but actually I figured a way out how to do it. It's not recommended, but it works nonetheless. I had to throw my shoes away, not in the garbage, but just throw them somewhere else. It's still broken as shit, but like it works. And it's funny because I also got another laptop for Christmas, so I'm gonna use the laptop I got for Christmas for like not gaming, because God, that thing's terrible at gaming. I think I'll just use that as a social media thing, and I'll use this as like the filming computer and the maybe a game computer, because this thing actually did really good for a gaming computer. So the new one's shit. It makes Zoo Tycoon, the original Zoo Tycoon. It looks like Minecraft in it because of how. If you know what Zoo Tycoon is, like how it looks like when you put down terrain, it looks like it mixes in with everything. It looks like blocks, just like straight up blocks of stuff. Come here, kitty cat. You're so pretty, and you just want some loves. So I think you just keep hearing me hit the microphone on my shirt. I hope that doesn't happen. It probably has like a bunch of times. It's probably scraped the shirt as well, but nonetheless. So the movie. Before I ever had the trailer for it last year, I had originally anticipated it for. This was my first original idea for a Secret Transformers movie. This happened in 2010, right when the show began. I expected this to come out in 2011, and it was going to be an adventure of the Transformers where they're going to go meet up with Dialga and Palkia from Pokemon, but that idea was so stupid. Never done it, it was a joke. So, then it came to the point of, what's the word? Not bird, not this time. But it came to the point where I'm like sitting there and I had a dart on a dartboard trying to figure out what would be the plot. 2012 was actually pretty big for musical movies, so I decided that was one of the options. So one of them was to be a comedy where, like, well, what the show should be. One of the ideas was just like where the Autobots have to work together with the Decepticons in this office setting, and it was going to be kind of a spoof on the show The Office. And another one, this was actually a really big one that was sticking around, was that because the show has been alternating between Cyberverse and Deluxe Voyagers, and I wanted this to have the moment where they both collide in a universe, and this universe is reigned by the Kreos and the Botshots. That didn't work, so, I mean, like, it was funny, but I just gave up halfway because I didn't know how to make the first, like, the scene where these guys came to being to work. Like, I got the first scene where they both, like, where, the Deluxes and the Voyagers find the place, and I think I figured a way out how the Cyberverse could do it, too. I just couldn't figure a way out to do it. I do already have, like, somebody's recording for that. Because I knew he would be very busy during this film's production, I immediately asked John Bailey, John 3.0, for a quick little voiceover voice line. And it's really good. He gave it to me on a vacation last year in 2013, and it actually really is funny, and I could find any way to write it into whatever script I'm writing now. And that should have been a dead giveaway. Because, I liked that idea, but it just had to get thrown away. I liked the idea of the Office thing, but every time I tried writing it, I couldn't figure a way out how it could be well thought out. Because I would like some conflict in this movie, because I think most comedies need at least some conflict in it. The musical. What happened in the musical? Because that actually was a funny idea. That idea, I had it all written out. Like, almost complete. But at the very end, during whenever they do the whole idea of having a stage musical, I couldn't figure a way out how to do it. Like I had scenes, and I knew what to do with them. It's just I couldn't figure out how to do them. In what order, what way, what happens behind that. It just wasn't able to, and I'm coughing a lot. I had pretty much 3/4 of that movie done. But I didn't know how to cross it and make that conflict. The conflict already happened. Well, most of it. And after the thing, I wanted a bit more. But I could not figure it out. Worth a damn. So, that is just an idea, and I'm gonna save that for an episode. And Audacity's starting to lag. I have literally gone on for 10 minutes. I'm hoping for this podcast to go for 30 minutes. So that happened. And I'm still working on it, guys. I actually have a very interesting idea coming up. It's, actually, shit, I forgot the idea. Damn it. What was the idea? I've literally forgotten the idea that I finally settled on. Shit. I know how it ends, and I know how the next season goes. Like, I've already figured out how that's going to work. I had an idea for this, but I've literally forgotten. I will mention it's not going to be a perfectly happy ending to whatever happens, but it will have an ending, and it will actually tie into the next season. I'm sorry. I bumped my cat in the face. There's an idea that I wanted, and it might actually happen. It was a Back to the Future's whodunit, where, if anybody remembers, I created a character called Backtrack, I believe, and I have Rave 9 voicing him, and I thought it'd be funny to just have him in the movie and work with him. But it'll work. The next season is because I've never mentioned these characters, and every time I do mention these characters, they're just background characters. Let alone they never have any kind of interaction with the whole, the show. Like the only character I really pretty much have a prominent character is Shockwave, and that's because Shockwave's always a fun character, and I really think the Shape Fan Page 101 is just fun to work with all the time. That's the reason why we always try to do collabs on American Reviewers, because it's always fun to do things with T Fan Page or Brian. It's always fun, and that's the reason why I always have Shockwave, because it's fun to have his voice, and it's always usually funny. Recently, I've been asking other people. I've asked Matt360UK as Springer, and he's doing a really damn good job for it. And I've asked other people. I'm starting to ask Crosshairs 001 for the Combaticons. Some of them, like I already have him casted as if there's going to be some Combaticons in the movie. He's casted as those. Max Ross Linden is casted as something in the movie if it calls for it. There is a what is it? You know Matt, you know me, and you know Brian, so there's that. But there's those, and I think my computer's starting to do something. But what am I trying to say? The movie will happen, guys. It keeps getting delayed, but it's for good reasons. Good reasons. I'm trying to make this a good movie. I'm not trying to make this like a god-awful movie like, I don't know, a certain other Transformer movie. Oh, did I just say that out loud? I didn't say that. But yeah, I'm working on it so hard. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it eventually. My throat is not wanting to cooperate today. I need a quick drink of water or something. Alright. So that movie's, it was going to be for July 2013, then it was moved to July 2014 to capitalize on Transformers 4. Now I think it should be on September 1st, because that was the first episode of the Secret Transformer show. It will celebrate its I think 4-year anniversary, and plus also that's around the same time Transformers actually did turn 30 years old. So I thought that would be the most appropriate idea. So there's that. But July will have, if it works, July might have something. So what about Wrath of the Wreckers? Something I was going to promise in 2012 never happened. And I pretty much left it to die. The same computer. Well, okay, this is where the start begins. I had the scenes filmed, I had my guest, I had everything done. The script was written. Actually, the first time I wrote a script for something, guys. That's surprising. But I had it all done. But I filmed it on green screen. Here's what's the problem. The green screen didn't work. Yeah. I bought Sony Vegas, a $50 program, and it later turns out the green screen didn't even work. I filmed it wrong. So I literally was so pissed off about that, I quit. I never came back to it. Then one day, when Shockwave 514, he was casted as Leadfoot in the video, was really trying to get this thing to show up. He was pretty much the whole reason why I want to get this thing back on. It's because he's asked so much about this. He actually really cared about this, just as much as I did. So, I tried, and tried. And then one day when I was going to try again, computer was beyond shit. The same computer that I'm on right now. It was the one that had all the files. And it didn't want to work. I couldn't get all the files. So, well, I'm screwed. It's pretty much that. But, luckily, now that the computer's back, the files are there, maybe, just maybe, that will come out. It might just come out. I'm hoping for it. My voices are still on it. I may, and even if it comes to it, I actually do want this project to somehow come out. I may actually just refilm it in a better green screen environment. Maybe I'll just, I don't know, may actually just redo the whole thing. But I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy. But, working on it, so that'll happen. So, I think I've gotten all the updates I wanted to talk about. My computer, the projects, all that. So, I guess I'll just talk, because I want these at least to be 30 minutes long, so, let me just miranda around. I think I'll talk about Captain America, too. Yeah, I think so, it's actually alright, let me just say this right now. I'm probably going to say spoilers, so if you haven't watched it, don't. If you haven't watched it and you care to, just turn it off now and meet me up in like 10 minutes or something. So, here we, spoilers. No, I'm being serious here. Yeah, spoilers. So, here we go now. So, that movie was actually a pretty damn good movie, and I'm surprised. The movie was really fantastic for a movie after the Avengers. It was pretty damn good. Like, a lot of people like Iron Man 3, and I can understand it because I liked it too. But the Mandarin to me was a disappointment. But yeah, I don't want to mention that so much. But don't get me wrong, I think it's hilarious. I think it's a good movie. It's a really fun movie. Thor 2, I like just like 1% better. Actually, 0.001 bit better than I liked Iron Man 3. This, Captain America 2, I liked it way better than the other two. Like, about 75%. Because, oh my god, this movie is actually something we should have gotten. Like last year instead of one of those movies. I can understand why they needed an Iron Man 3 out at that point. But they could have done without a Thor 2. They could have had this. It was just a fun, awesome movie. Really damn. I guess it was just, oh shit, man. This movie actually shocked me a lot. Because I kind of walked in this with zero expectations, and wow, it exceeded those. Like, the whole idea that Hydra is pretty much taking over S.H.I.E.L.D., I mean, come on. Shit. That scares me. My friend last night went to go watch it, and he was so shocked. He literally was shocked the whole time. It was very scary. Like, when it first came up to me, I'm sitting there, and I literally grabbed my arms, my chair arms, for this moment, because it was, like, shocking me so much. It was, oh, Jesus. Hold up, I'm gonna look at something on the mousetrap. But it was. I know I'm not good at explaining things, but if you watch the movie, you probably understand what I'm saying. Some moments that really got me was, of course, Hydra working, owning, pretty much working, and I can't say the word. Hydra pretty much having Shield work for them is kind of wow. What the hell? The whole idea that the Doctor from the last Captain America movie is actually a computer program. That scared me. The mid-credit scene where they reveal Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch was really whoa. I grabbed my arms for that one. The very last scene was holy shit. And then this whole movie. My only nitpicks for this whole movie was the camera. The camera was shit. I mean, come on. I'm watching an action here. Oh, not the phone. I don't care. I'm watching this movie. I want to see some action. I don't want to see it literally. Guys, I'm being serious. There was a moment where they literally just put the camera on the ground. I don't want to watch the ground. What is so significant about the ground? Is this trying to be artsy? I don't think so. This is an action movie. It's supposed to make us dumb brains think everything's cool. Something like that. But also there's moments where the camera just literally just pans to somebody who isn't even talking. And like it's not like they're talking to that character. It just points at them. I mean, like, I don't mean like, how like in fight scenes where they just point at somebody. That makes sense. They literally pointed at somebody that wasn't even talking. They weren't talking to them. You just pointed at them. That's stupid. Also, there was this one scene that got me, and this kind of got me bad. Was that whenever Kat finally got to meet Carter again again, that kind of made me sad because I feel bad. I feel bad for Kat. It just made me sad because it's just, my cat's purring. But that scene made me really sad for what it was. I don't know why, it just made me really sad. So, but Captain America 2 is actually a really damn good movie. Almost Avengers quality. A lot of people have said that. People have said that that Captain America 2 is Avengers quality. And I could agree. It really does fit that well. I got a headache right now. Shit. Maybe probably because I was yelling about the stupid ground part. But actually, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10 stars. And once again, guys, I'm not trying to say that movie is like, I'm not trying to say that the other sequels are terrible. They are great, but they're just not, to me, they weren't Captain America 2 great. So I guess I'm done with all the Captain America stuff. So we got 6 minutes on the clock. What's some other stupid things I could talk about? I just like to say thank you to everybody who has watched the Optimus Prime Let It Go cover. I put it on Tumblr and it got some views. Not like a bunch I was expecting, but it did get some views. Like almost to the point where it felt like 10 views a day. And to me, that still is good. So let me check what the the final. What's today? This is April 6th, so let's see what the views today of it is. That's not the right button there. 248. That ain't bad. 248. I also like how the April Fool's Secret Transformers movie trailer is 40 views. By the way, that actually a new trailer is going to happen. I actually recorded all the stuff yesterday for it. You'll be getting that soon. Let's see, pet the cat again. She's starting to get angry. Yep, she's angry. Let me just talk a bit about I guess some Disney movies, or just what my trip to Disney. It was actually a really fun trip, except for the rest of Florida. That was my joke. It's just like, why can't Disney World just not be in Florida? Because Florida's a shithole. Because, guys, this literally happened to us, and I don't want to just... If you live in Florida, no offense to you, it's just your state is just a shithole place. Like, there's some people in Florida that I can talk, like, that are cool people. There's a lot of... You're Florida, you're just a piece of shit state. You look like a piece of shit, too. So, this literally happened, guys. Our hotel, we bought the rooms for it. Then they sold them to somebody else. What the fuck? See, there we go. I said the F word. Guys, that was stupid. We literally bought them. We literally got the rooms the day of, but we were going to stay in them. And they sold them. You can't do that. That's bad businessmanship. That is... And then it didn't help that literally the rest of Florida's stupid. God awful. The water sucks to drink. Luckily, the Walt Disney parks were the best parts of the whole trip. I hanged out with two of my best friends. We rode on mostly every ride. We couldn't ride on Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, and Space Mountain. Those were the only three rides that I really wanted to do. We didn't get to do them because, like, Rock and Roller Coaster was out of order. We just didn't want to do it. We didn't want to do Tower, like, two of my friends didn't want to do Tower of Terror, but I could understand it because they were kind of getting sick. And then also Space Mountain is because we didn't have enough time. So it was stupid. But it was a fun time. I got to meet Wreck-It Ralph. If you go on my Twitter, you can find a picture of me with Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is my favorite Disney character, and Wreck-It Ralph is my favorite Disney movie, so it was that. I didn't get to meet a lot of other characters. I did want to meet Anna and Elsa from Frozen, but when I got in the line for it, it literally would have been a 2.5 hour wait, and we both all agreed that that's too long for us. So we just left. So it would be fun. It would have been cool. Because I actually got to talk to one of my friends who got to go there the next week, and she waited for 3 hours, and she said it was just well waited, and it was really it was worth the wait. And so I'm already planning another trip in 3 years to go back, stay in a better hotel, maybe actually stay one on the resort, on the park resort. It'll be fun. My cat's angry. So, we're almost done with this episode. So I want to do this a monthly thing, and maybe if I can, maybe have some guests on the show, on the podcast. It all depends, so... You angry still? So, yeah. Thank you for watching, if you did watch this for some reason. Next time, maybe I'll talk about topics, so maybe in the comments put some topics you'd like me to talk about. And I may talk with them about them on the next episode. So, this has been the Larry Arts Podcast. So, it's been fun. It's been fun talking to you, even though most of it was incomprehensible. So, goodbye.